Hey, Jim Ernster here with this week's Leisure Outdoor Adventure Fishing Report. I've spent a ton of time on the water the last 3 weeks. One of the things I've noticed, especially compared to kind of, first part of August, mid-August, is the last 3 weeks especially, these fish are setting up along traditional fall spots. And so what that means is you're looking for steeper breaks, whether it's shoreline stuff, whether it's mid-lake structure, whatever it is, look for those fish first on the more steep side of whatever structure you're looking for. The other thing I do in the fall is I upsize my baits. As a result, when I'm lindy rigging, what I do is I use a bigger, what they call kind of finesse wide gap hook, and I tend to go like a number 4 or number 2, depends on the size of red tail or creek chub that I'm going to use. This is a number 4 here. The other thing I'll do is I will use a little bit bigger sinker. This is a 1/2 ounce egg sinker. You can use your traditional Lindy walking sinker. It doesn't make a difference, but I do try to use a little bit bigger sinker so that I'm a little bit more vertical, because I'm fishing. The other day I was out fishing and I was fishing anywhere from 14 feet to out to 30 feet of water. So as soon as I get north of 20 feet of water, I want to stay as vertical as possible so I don't have as much stretch, I don't have as much play in my line, so that it gives me a little bit better hook set. So I tend to upsize my hook, my sinkers, just because I want to stay vertical. The other thing that's a go-to for me is just your standard jig. I like the Ken Catch jigs because, again, I'm going to use a bigger rainbow. I might even throw a red tail on here, use a bigger fathead, any type of minnow. Again, I'm going to upsize it to try and capitalize, because the fish are thinking, hey, it's going to get cold here pretty soon. That triggers that biological response. They want to start feeding heavily, okay? So again, I like the Ken Catch. They got the nice wide gap. I can go through the mouth, out the gills, hook it back there. A little bit easier, more clean hookups. The other thing that's a fall favorite of mine is just the jig and wrap. I mean, obviously the secret's out on these things, but what a great search pattern. You know, you go over a school of fish. Sometimes it might be a big school of perch. You never know. Sometimes it might be a big school of walleyes that are a little bit smaller. But a lot of times will start out with this. If I can't get them to go on a jig and wrap, then I'll go back through and either jig them or lindy rig them, just to see what's out there. So again, you're looking for steeper breaks on whatever structure you're fishing. Upsize your baits, whether it's creek chubs, red tails, rainbows, fatheads, everything comes into play. Another thing that you should never overlook, and is kind of a sneaky fall bait, is crawlers. You know, I know a lot of people tend to think jig and minnow, but I guarantee you, when I'm out there guiding this fall, I will have somebody lindy rigging a crawler. And you know, that's just one of those things that's one of my standbys. So fall is here. Get out there, enjoy it. We got, today we've had a strong northwest wind. That's fall fishing. I love it. Make sure you get out there, get hooked on fishing, enjoy your time this fall. Take care. Jim Ernster, Leisure Outdoor Adventures.